Hello everyone, welcome back. We are on episode 124 of our Oxygen Not Included All Achievement Run. We are going to make some adjustments to our Volcano Tamer, hopefully finishing out the build and making it just the way that we need it. So we are going to get started with that in a moment. The first thing I wanted to mention is thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and providing any feedback. I do appreciate all of that. And it's so crazy to me how, I started this journey in a few months ago, like closer, I think like 5, 6, 7 months now. And we haven't really missed any videos Monday through Friday. So I hope everybody's enjoying it. I hope everybody's having a good time and learning a lot as much as I am, because I do like learning new things. So as we go through these different types of builds and figure out what works best for our colony, please let me know what your thoughts are. Please let me know if you're struggling, if you have any issues or you have any questions. I do respond to just about every single comment. So please let me know if anything like that comes up during the video or elsewhere during your playthroughs. Anyways, let's kind of get started. I'm going to keep it on the slow speed for a little bit. That way we can kind of focus in on what we need to do. I noticed a minute ago, we have igneous rock tiles in here a little bit. And we do not want igneous rock tiles. Not for the inside of the volcano, right? What we want to do is we're going to have a couple of things made here. The first being this mechanized airlock. So I'm going to put this here for good measure. And this is going to be our automation that goes over, up, and then probably right here. And then we'll put a manual turn on and turn off button here, toggle it on and off. That way, if we need more time with the volcano, we can just turn that on and then let the door sit there closed so it doesn't allow magma to flow into the area here. The other step that we are going to take, we are going to change how this looks over here a little bit. I want to put a mesh tile, 1, 2, 3. We need to do this. We're grabbing a conductive wire bridge, and we are going to move this transformer here. Okay? And why we're doing that? Why are we doing this? What are we trying to accomplish here? And the simple answer is we want to drip the magma to this tile right here. We're also changing all of this. Except for, we don't need to get rid of that. We just need to get rid of this automation and the metal tile. We're going to use a diamond tile in here. That's going to be a lot easier for transferring the heat, and it looks nicer in my opinion. So we are going to do that as well. Anyways, going back to the magma drip. Okay, so if we have magma dropping, it's similar to this down here, right? Except for magma, it can drip down. Say it drips here, right? It can only go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tiles over. And as it goes over, it loses its mass, okay? And it can only go 10 tiles across. So since it loses its mass on the tiles that are further away, then it's easier to cool off that little bit of magma and not overheat our steam room and not destroy any of the extra things. So we are going to add a couple of different things for automation. Probably turn the auto sweeper off if it gets too hot in the area. That way these buildings don't get too hot. We do need to change some of the materials of these things from wolframite. And then also I'm going to make those right here out of steel. The reason for that, if this belt loop is full, then the igneous rock is going to sit on the conveyor loader and the conveyor rail right here. So we want that to have a little bit higher of a temperature that it can use without being damaged. So that's why we're changing all of this to steel instead of what we have it now, which is wolframite. Not sure how I got wolframite on there, but either way, we're going to just be a little extra cautious with that. I had a manual toggle here, which is fine, but I don't think I want to set this and forget it, right? I don't want to have any sort of things that I have to continually watch over and over and over, right? So that's what we are going to do. We have a automation switch, and this one doesn't have to be out of anything specific because it's outside of the volcano area. We do need to make, I mean, it doesn't need to be anything fancy like obsidian. We could just do granite up here. So as we move over, we're going to need to not turn off that. Let's just look at the wiring, and then that should be fine. So we need 1, 2, 3. That should be what we want there. We need to put a transformer, flip this around, put that right there. And what we're doing is we're just adding a wire to go from here, 1, 2, 3, over to here. And that's simply just going to keep that aqua tuner running, and then we can connect this and then remove the other large power transformer. Anyways, going back to the magma, that it can only move over 10 tiles. If it drops out of this middle thing, this middle of the volcano, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. It'll drip through here if we wanted it to. But we are going to create the reservoir here, and then we are going to let it drip down here 10 tiles to here. So it'll be kind of like here-ish. Even here-ish. Yeah. So that's what we're going to accomplish in a moment. So we're building these on top of this side to maintain the vacuum, right? And then when we have all of the squares over here, we will change this and get rid of them and make it better. We need to change these to obsidian. Hopefully they can reach. That would be helpful, right? And obsidian there. There we go. Let's make sure they can get the corner one. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to do is we need to go over here for a minute on the other asteroid, and let's look at a couple different things. We need water to go all the way to the top. So what I'm thinking of doing is, let's close this off again, and then we're going to make one of these liquid pumps. We're going to cut off the pipe here and then go over and up. Don't need to do anything else right there. Go in and then cut the pipe off. There should be power here. There's plenty of power here. And then all that is going to send the water right up to this area. So that way we don't run out of water going to this over here, right? Honestly, the other thing we can do is turn this into mesh tiles right here and here. There we go. And then when we do that, we'll break this open and let all this fall down. The anti-entropy thermal nullifier will probably go into a broken state temporarily, but then all the rest of the liquid will fall down, and we can put just another liquid block. I'm going to call liquid blocker right here. Yeah, that'll save it from going the other direction. Okay. And then I want to do something else about this hydrogen. So we're going to put the hydrogen pump here. It's going to suck up all this hydrogen that's around here. and then we'll have a automation gas element sensor. We'll put it underneath, right next to it. Okay, and then we need some of these. Down and over. Down and over. There we go. All we need now is a bridge. Go to ventilation, ventilation, gas bridge. Perfect. Okay. And then the last thing is power. How much is on your? Okay, plenty. There we go. All right. Let's go back to our other asteroid. Can't reach that. Same thing here. We're gonna go over another row. How did this go? Okay, that looks good. Now, why that one turned red for a minute, I'm not sure. We can just cut this off here and then deconstruct this, get rid of all of this extra wiring. So that was kind of good, right? It gave us some extra wiring back. We're gonna move this over just a smidge, right? And then we do need to remove this right here. I'm going to change the way that we are planning on cooling this. We are going to add it to the loop with the what am I thinking of here? With the ethanol. Only for the hydrogen. Because hydrogen has a higher or lower capacity for the cold temperature, we're going to do two things. We're going to add temp shift plates in here, and we are also going to change the liquid that's going through here. Let's keep this the way we have it. We need to change this to like 500. There we go. So we're just going to turn that off. We don't need that on right now. Go over. Okay. We're just going to take out this pipe here so we can clean this. We can leave that alone. I just want to get all of it out of this one so we can put ethanol in this loop here instead. So how this is going to work is now we're going to go up and over, and I think up here, and then it'll go down and over and back into this instead of what we have right now. Can they reach that? Yeah, they'll be able to reach that when they go inside. So we're just going to change this to make more sense for what we want to accomplish. And because since this loop on the left is in the hydrogen, it's got a lower capacity for the what we need, and we want to try and keep it a lot colder. Otherwise, I have a feeling it might get too what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think it'll be able to keep up with how warm everything else gets from the magma. So we're trying to be a little proactive here and anticipate, you know, I'd rather have a little overkill than under, right? That's just, in my opinion, I feel like that's just a better decision in how I think we should continue. So we're gonna close that for now. The magma comes out, we're fine. We have 7 cycles to go. We're gonna leave all those, get rid of all that extra stuff. We need to finish that. Let's look at our water. Okay, water did not get broken. How is this looking over here? Did they... Okay, they're working on the power. That's good. Let's change this one to a higher priority. It just makes sense to me to get that done first so we have water. I mean, it was built to the brim. Let's deconstruct these two, let it fall out. Higher priority, please. Okay, we'll let that figure it out. Change this over here as well to a higher priority. Okay. Alright, so let's do under ventilation. No. We want under automation. So I'm trying to think, well, you know, if we did a thermosensor, it's going to be on top of the steam, right? So if the steam gets really hot, we'll want to turn off the auto sweeper. Okay, we're gonna do 190 degrees before it sends it out of this and into our other loop. Okay. So this is gonna go up. We go here, go up and over and over. Don't need to change that. And this is going to be how it works. So what we're doing is this aqua tuner is only going to be responsible for keeping this cooling area cold and the steam turbine room cold. That's the only areas that we need to worry about to keep it nice and chilled so nothing has overheats. That's kind of what we're trying to accomplish here. We don't want it falling straight down. Well, honestly, that doesn't matter because we will have a stopper, not a stopper, a drip at the end over here. We can start doing this. There we go. That is sandstone. We should definitely not have any sandstone like that at all, just in case. Alright, they're getting it done. Nice. Alright, so if we want this, this has to be over to that. Okay, we're going to add one more row. That way it has an extra buffer because this is going to be the 10th one, right? And it's going to, this is the 10th tile that it'll drop into. I'll show that in a moment here. Get rid of all these. No, we can't because we have to break open the obsidian, these ones over here. I'll leave that open so they can fix those up over here. All that should be higher priority. Perfect. Okay, this is almost done. So we go like this. Okay, if that can't be done, then what we do is we change it to granite. Okay. All right. How are we going to get the... What am I thinking of? How are we going to get the... ethanol? My gosh, that took way too long. Sorry, everybody. Up here and over. So I'm thinking we take it up here. 1, 2, 3, in and out. No. Low plumbing, insulated pipe. We are going to need 2 different ones. Down, down, right? Okay, we go 1, 2, no. Then we go up. There we go. Alright, now we build the bridges, right? This first one, let's go up. And then up. And then over. And then the other way, we will flip this around. And now we will go back the opposite direction. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Alright, so let's look at the utilities, temp shift plates. Let's just do... How much cobalt do we have? We don't have a lot of regular cobalt, so let's just do like granite. That's fine. There we go. That should help transfer the heat around a little bit more. And we need to do the same thing in here, but we are going to use something a little bit more, with a little bit more oomph. So let's go to utilities, temp shift plate. Let's go with diamond. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then I'm going to do a couple of steel ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that should be plenty of distribution. At least I hope it is. Okay, steel, steel. We're just going to do a quick check. All that is steel, steel. Good, good. All the main parts are made out of steel. Good. Okay. We want this to be below 350 degrees. So if it gets higher than that, it shuts off the auto sweeper, lets the area cool down. I think it might be a good idea to also provide that over here to stop the flow. Yeah, we could do that, but honestly, I think that should be enough, because we could turn it off up here if we needed to, so we don't need an extra one. Okay, now let's break these two. Let's finish this one off. We're gonna add... Can they reach this one? We're gonna try. I want to try and change that to obsidian, because we need 10 tiles as this one, right? Yeah, I just want to be extra cautious. We can afford to be cautious, right? Look at that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's let all that move. Otherwise we have to let it out of the pipe, and I don't want it to do that. There we go. Perfect. The only thing that we might have to do is add more ethanol to the loop, since we keep adding extra areas for it. That's okay. Alright, so the polluted water has been figured out. I meant to do that instead. Let's go over here. So there is kind of an issue. We need to go cut that off here, right? And then this is going to go... Alright, how do we do this? Do we need to go over one more, is my thought. So we go up, we go over and down, down. There we go. Okay, so it will work. Okay, so what we need to do is down and over. We just need to change it a smidge. Okay, there we go. And now that is looped. We just need this one more insulated tile. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? That was so weird. Okay, and then we go here and here. Perfect. We'll connect it up once that last pipe is made. But that looks great. Okay, and then once that is completed, same thing over here. We need to change this to a 9. Okay, let's check on a couple things. All that water came out exactly like we expected it to. Sent it right in here, heated up the area, or cooled off this area a little bit, and also cooled off this a little bit. So that was good. That was really helpful. Okay. What is the temperature difference here? Let's look at the plumbing. 48 and 41, so 7 degrees difference. You know, I don't know if I like that. I think what I want to do is let this keep that area cold so it cools off the oxygen instead of this. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for that to go through. We'll move this a little bit faster. It's taking a little bit of time. Okay. Now we break all of that. And then we just go straight up. Well, let's wait because I don't want it to go in this pipe and then have to go all the way around. Highest priority, please, on these two. There we go. It's not going to go backwards on the piping, right? So we don't have to worry about that. So all we have to do is wait for that to be gone, and at some point, come on, you could do it. Thank you. All right, now we're back in the loop. So now this is going to allow the anti-entropy thermonullifier to just focus on getting rid of the heat from our oxygen. Okay. And this has not been done yet. Why? Unreachable. Okay. And then hydrogen. There we go. Change all this to a higher priority as well. Alright. Now that we know what's going on over there, that looks pretty good. We do need to make some changes down here. This is 63 tiles. What's the temperature in here? Yeah, it's a little bit better. So if we want this to be... What is this? This is 64. All the way over here is 96. Okay. We'll go backwards as well. And then we'll go up. And then deconstruct all of this. Nobody should get stuck. Team. What we are going to do here is we are going to plant our grubs. Or not our grub fruits. Now, I don't know if... Here we are. Spindly grapefruit. Okay, let's copy that. Settings, go all the way across. Let's deconstruct this. Deconstruct all of this. Make it bigger. This is going to be... This is 84. This is 88. This is 96. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3. Just check that again. 96. Okay. And then we'll do same thing. 1, 2. Have a door. Put this here. Voila. That should fix our sizing. We want one more so we can put grubs and sweetles in there so that they can tend to it. Food, critter drop off, perfect. All right, let that work. Let's continue to work on this over here. Okay, it looks like they were able to complete this. Change this to obsidian, obsidian, obsidian. Good, good, good. We're moving the wire so we can keep adding a layer, double layer here. I'm also going to create a double layer down here. So this ladder is also going to move as well, because I don't want to have any sort of issues with the heat. So we're going to put the new ladder system right here. We don't need this anymore. Get rid of it. There we go. All right. Let's check this piping out. Okay, it went up and over. We need to change this to 9, please. And then once that's completed, we will close shop. I'm thinking of closing it at the end, like here. Give it a little bit extra space for... Oh no, I could literally just put it right here. Yeah. It gives more room for the hydrogen to get to in case, right? Oh, they're waiting on cobalt. We don't need cobalt. We need granite. There we go. That's why it wasn't working. Alright, so once that is done, let's also make some more iron, because you can never have enough of these metals. New printables, what do we have? Okay. 24,000, that's only with 5 duplicates, that's 4 cycles. We only have 3, so let's free this one. It's gonna flippity flop over there, that's good. Okay. Unreachable. Now, that might be why we were unable to get seeds. I think we might have some sleet wheat over here. We'll have to wait and see. Because I wanted to put them up here to try and get a mutation with the free radiation that we receive. And they need an atmosphere, right? So we can't block it out or just let it sit in the vacuum. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. We're also going to start tidying up the base. We do have a few extra things lying around that we really don't need to. Like all these weird ladders. Yeah, don't need all these extra ladders. Don't break that yet. We'll get rid of these first. Okay. They might use that to get up top. Get rid of those, those right here. Yeah, they can reach all this, right? We'll wait until they take care of all of this. Perfect. Like, it's a little absurd, right? We have some sulfur, some obsidian right here that we can have dug out. Let them close that one off first. Alright, let's just do a clear of those. Like, look at this. This is absurd. Don't understand why we did that. I feel like it's just in the moment, that's what we needed, and that's why we did that, right? Okay, so we're just cleaning up all of the ladders a little bit, since we don't really need them. Okay, looks good. Let's go back to our Volcano Tamer, since we don't have very many cycles left before it's completely done, or completely starts to throw magma out, right? How far over? Oh, it goes all the way over here. So my goal is to have it right next to this. We need a window tile. We're going to make it out of diamond. Right, so if we click on, here's why. Okay, so if we do this, let's throw a metal tile with steel right next to these, okay? So we look at the properties, okay? Specific heat capacity, this is on the diamond window tile, right? And the thermal conductivity is 80, melting point, obviously 4,000 degrees, never going to melt. We look at the same thing for the metal tile. That thermal conductivity is not as good. And then the heat capacity is also just a little bit better on the window tile with diamond. So that's why we're using diamond instead, because it's got a better solution to what we're trying to achieve here. No conveyor receptacle. Oh, we do need to do that, don't we? There we go. Okay. Stopped cooling things off temporarily. Yeah, we do need to keep that going. Alright, we're going to move this a little bit faster. And then on top of that, what is the temperature inside of this? It is -70. We're going to do -90. Since we added a couple of extra things to this loop, we want to just make sure this keeps rolling no matter what we do. Now, this setup is not proper. This is one thing that we learned. We want to always have the liquid pipe thermosensor directly next to the aqua tuner. That way you always control the temperature of it, of the liquid going in, and you do not have any discrepancy of this stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting. It always will know when it goes in. So we did this incorrectly because this was one of the first steam turbine loops that we did. We started with this one, and then we moved on to this one right here. And while this works, and it does provide the same benefit, it's just way better and more efficient to use it right next to the thermo aqua tuner. Like we use the same system here, and we did something weird over here as well. But now that we have kind of a little bit more experience, we know that it just makes more sense to put this right next to the thermal aqua tuner. So that's why after you see those up here, it's right in the right location where it needs to be. That's all that obsidian is. Okay, we can go like this. let's break those. We're gonna put, we're doubling up on the layers here. Want to move all that out of the areas. Okay, let's go up. Alright, and all this needs to be the higher priority. I'm picking and choosing what is the higher priority right now, because some of the stuff that we are doing is extra and some of it is not. Like, we do need this done in case the volcano breaks stuff and everything else, right? Entombed. What is entombed? Let's do an airflow tile right here. Can you? Okay, well, we'll break that tile and then let it go up. Building entombment. Liquid vent. Okay. Yeah, we don't need that to happen. But that shows you this was the correct choice. Right? We removed the piping of the ethanol over here. That's cooling off everything in the base more because we have colder oxygen, so it's helping with that transitioning of removing the ethanol loop going back and forth over here. So if we look at the oxygen, okay, it's coming in at 64.3, coming out at 7.1, 8, 12, 14. It's nowhere near that 64 degrees, right? So that is much better. And that's going to flood the area with way cooler oxygen. The other thing that I did need to start that we have not completed yet, on this asteroid at least, is we need a carbon skimmer. Right, we're going to put that here. Let's look at the input. Yeah. We're going to need to hold off on the carbon skimmer until we put a what is it? A liquid bridge going the opposite direction. I'm gonna go right there. Once that's complete, then we can remove the middle part of that pipe right into it. So now we're gonna go like this and like this, and now we can make a carbon skimmer. Throw it right here. What I want to do is create a little bit of a loop, right? And in order to do that, you can do a couple different things. But I want the loop right next to this. So what do we have power-wise? What is going on this power grid? There's a lot. Oh man. Okay, so let's take this off. I think it might be worth, well, we do have another transformer right here. So let's use that transformer since we already have it set up. And then we will have, we're just gonna make this out of the regular wire for now. We can change it later if we need to. We don't have cobalt ore. Okay, so let's change that to whatever ore we have available. Power, bridge. Okay, we have iron. So here, you're gonna go. Oh, this is good. This is really good. We're gonna make this out of iron again. Go straight over, down. And then when this is over here, we're going to cut off a couple of the different things. I think we'll cut off from here and here down. So let's just count it out. 240, 360, 480, 600, 610, 620, 625, and then if we add another one of these, 745. Right, do we have anything even going in here? Yes, it's just looping it around. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we want this right next to here. No, we're gonna go underneath. We're going to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of all these. I'm doing that so we can have a liquid reservoir ready, and then we will just loop it around like we have with the bathroom. Right, because the input and output of, look at the status, okay? The input is 1,000 gallons of water, and the output is 1,000 gallons of polluted water. So you're not losing or gaining any. So as long as you have enough to perform the carbon skimming, you're not going to run out of water. So that's why we are going to create a loop. So let's go with liquid reservoir here. We need some piping. Doesn't need to be out of anything fancy. We're just going to use granite. Go up and over. And then this is going to be up and over 3. I think it's 1 more tall. No, 3. And then this one's going to go up and directly into the skimmer. And this goes down and then over with a bridge. And then once again back into here. So we're just going to pump a little bit of water into the liquid reservoir since we have the liquid pump right here. And then just kind of move on from that. Okay, that looks good. This is 10, right? No, that's 11. So this is where the dripping point is going to be. We will be having a whole row at the bottom here. So let's also change this. Yeah, we're going to go down, over, down, and around this way instead. We do not need this pipe going in that direction. We want it all going in the same direction. That's how plumbing works. And then we want to be able to clear this area of any obstructions, any gas like that. We don't want that in here. So we may go, let's fix this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can get rid of all of that. Okay. We are almost there. I feel like we are almost there. Below. Thank you. Okay. Then last thing, let's put a insulated tile here. Just block it off. Let's get rid of the bottle emptier. Let's stop getting soggy feet. It's probably not very fun getting soggy feet. All right. Am I missing anything? Yes, I am. Forgot about these down here. We want grubs. We want sweet. There we go. And then we want to wrangle the 2 that we have up here. Hopefully they don't have an issue getting them. I don't think they will. We are just going to need to make sure that they prioritize it over the other stuff. The reason we transitioned is we don't have a very easy way of acquiring slime anymore, or at least right now. Temperature. And what is the temperature in here? The temperature in here is 11.2. Where did they get that dirt? Because that dirt is cold. Well, it'll warm up. Here's what we'll do. We will let 1 tile in without insulation to help cool, to remove the cooled area and make it a little bit warmer, since they like it a little bit hotter than the mushrooms. Okay, let's look at our loop. We don't have any gaps still, right? We don't have any gaps in the ethanol loop. It looks good. Okay, let's turn that up to the higher priority. Okay, all that's almost done. Same thing here. We need this stuff done like now. And this is 10. Okay. Alright, let's go here. Get rid of that. Throw an extra one of those here. Wow, that petroleum cooled off from just sitting there. Whew. This is exciting. We're getting really close to the Volcano Tamer being done. Do we have any materials in here? Nope. Do we have any materials in here? Nope. That looks good. What about this here? We're going to take a quick look. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm glad we did this. If we look at the temperature of the hydrogen gas, you know, it has such a better capacity. Condensation point is negative 252. So it's going to really get cold, which is what we want, right? And then we're stopping that cold from transitioning over. All this is still a vacuum, it looks like. Yeah, looks great. Start getting this ready. The last thing that we want to do over here is throw all this into more insulated tiles. I don't think we need this here, so let's get rid of that. Same thing with these two. Where's this pipe going? Oh, that's our water. We needed to provide that. Why is it not going down? That would be why. Okay. So what we're going to do temporarily is this. We're going to let this provide the water. It's not going to turn on unless this is warm enough. Okay, it needs to be above 1 degree. And then this should be... It's not below 5. We're going to change it to a 7. We also need to do this. We need to change some of the things that we have going on here. We're going to go straight down and down to this. And the reason is I want to make another room like this for the brine to send to the desalinators. We're going to leave the brine in here so it keeps these cold, right? It transfers the heat really nicely when you have the brine right there. Get rid of this. Leave the brine here. They can go up and over. Don't need those anymore. Or these. They can get up on the end. Okay, that looks good. Okay, the last part that we haven't accomplished yet, that we are about to start doing, once all the materials are out of here, and once we have the last row of insulated tile made, we are going to make a... what am I thinking of here? We're going to make a water. We're going to drop water in this room. So we need to have all this removed. Highest priority, please. And then we want to start our last row. Okay. And that'll give us probably some of this wiring back, so we're not going over all the way since we're doing that down here. Right, so if we look, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pretty, that's a lot of material when you think about it. There we go. Almost there. Okay, what's the priority on these? Yeah, I keep forgetting to change this to a 9. Vacuum, vacuum. That looks good. So if we look, negative 33, negative 35, but in here the water is 1.5, right? The transfer of heat from water might be better. Let's take a look. So 4.179 versus 0.58. Let's look at the hydrogen. Okay, 2.4, and then thermal conductivity is 1.168. Okay, so even though they aren't the same, it's still going to be worth it because of how cold that we can make hydrogen gas, right? So I think that either way, having them separate, being a part of separate cooling loops is probably more beneficial, because then we're not allowing the heat to disperse into the same loops, so one will probably always be colder than the other, right? So that's just how I'm envisioning this working. We can have that all done. So let's just double check. That's 10 tiles. Okay. Well, they always love going up and down the fire pole. For some reason, they don't want to take the transit tube. Kind of weird, right? Another one that we haven't used much is this one down here. We will when we work on the minor volcano, but right now the minor volcano would erupt, right? We don't want to deal with that while it's capable of erupting. If you look at the amount, it's less than half of the large volcano that we have up here. So 125.5, 251, it's about half, right? So that's why we needed to upgrade this system to a more robust capabilities. Okay, we are almost there. Super close. Then we can close this off so the steam doesn't go into the magma chamber, so we don't have any sort of heat transfer going on in the magma chamber. And then at the same time, we want to make sure that we are transferring heat directly across into this room. Okay, highest priority. And then we will be almost there. I will do this though. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. We need all of this done, like now would be great. Okay, how long do we have? 0.3 cycles, we are almost there. Woo! And we still need water. Okay, can we complete this? Somebody? Anybody? I know what also we need to do is grab some more obsidian. Like that right there, maybe these right here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That'll at least give us a little bit more if we didn't have enough. It is almost there. 0.2 cycles. Okay, that got done. Last one for right here. 9. Okay. Okay, we need to remove those. And this is the last part. All this needs to be done. No, don't put those in yet. They were just grabbing it. Highest priority in the entire colony, please. I don't want it to erupt and then us not be ready. I mean, we aren't ready yet. The only thing we need now is water, right? That is the last part, the last piece of this puzzle. Okay, you're putting it down here when it needs to go here. Goodness gracious. Does nobody want to make it? Oh, man. Okay, and then last but not least, these two. Highest priority. Because this is about to erupt. In one cycle, we will have magma. I don't think we'll have enough water yet. So that like I said, this airlock is going to give us time. That's why we put it there, in case we needed more time. So honestly, we're never going to go back in there. Once this is working, we won't touch it. Okay, how does this base look? I'm starting to clean up the way everything looks. We've got some extra tiles over here. Keep it nice and less toasty. There we go. Okay, now here's the fun part. Fill it with water. So what we are going to do is put about 600 kilograms of water, maybe maybe a little bit more per tile. So that's 150 kilograms of steam per tile. So 100 tiles, right? So 600 is what we need per tile, maybe a little bit more since we have a couple extra over here. But that is just what we are going to do. We're going to fill that up and see if it works. It should work, hopefully. Especially since we have 10 tiles over here going across. Alright, let's take a look at our other asteroid. Not asteroid, colony. Give them some food. You never have enough food. Okay. We got the grubs in here. They're making us nice and wonderful, good things. The other thing I wanted to do with this is we need an auto sweeper for all of the food. No, please don't make that out of steel. We want it out of copper or iron. So 1, 2, 3, right? And then we want to have, for shipping, a conveyor loader. Put it right in the middle of those. And then we want, what is it here? Shipping again. Rail, okay. So I think that it just goes right up to this one. Where does this go? It goes up and over, all the way up here. So it goes into this, down to the bridge. Okay, we may need to, we're going to revamp this shipping system, I think. Because I don't think it's working the way I want it to. We probably want to send things differently. So how we'll do this is we'll change this to, what is that? That is spindly grub root, right? Spindly grub fruit, okay. Oh, so it's edible. So anything edible is going to get sent right up there. Okay, so we did do this the right way. I was concerned we did not have it set properly. And then this should have spindly grub root. Okay, and what can we make with that? Is there anything in here? No. The regular grub fruit we can make mixed berry pie, but we don't have gristleberry or sleet wheat at the moment. Just good to see what we can make. Curried beans, no. Tonic root, no. Mushroom quiche, that would be good. Instead of having this thousands of paku just floating around. You know, I bet this is what's killing our frames too. But we are going to slow it down just right here. I want to get some feedback on how you think this is going to work and turn out. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I do read every single one of them and try to respond in kind. Again, if you're not subscribed, please do so. It really lets me know that, hey, we're headed in the right direction. I do enjoy growing our community and getting perspectives from other people, and the only way we can do that is to keep continuing to grow. So let's do that and help all those new players out. That's my true intention, is to help anybody that is struggling, anybody that wants to learn. I'm trying to help everybody in those situations. So that's it, folks. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.